my very first junior championship at Gold Mountain in Bremerton was the second year in a row that Jordan Spieth won, who's the only other person besides Tiger to ever win the junior more than once. So that was my first year, and I was actually a forward observer for his quarterfinal round. And I had friends that were on the committee who were sort of couldn't figure out how I'd gotten that choice assignment. I said it was just the roll of the dice, but they didn't tell me anything about him. They said, just go out and watch him play and come in and tell us what you think. And I went back in and said, man, that is a 31-year-old head on a 17-year-old body. I mean, I'd never seen anybody that age manage their way around the course with such maturity as he did. So that was my first exposure to the U.S. Junior Championship. And then, you know, they had a whole bunch of spectacular venues. I think from the Country Club in New England to Martis Camp, Flint Hills, all were great. And, you know, the committee is sort of an honorific thing. You're there to be their volunteers and to be a steady stable of good qualified rules officials for them, but you're not really involved very much in the management of the championship. Although we all tried to make our opinions known. My very first volunteer experience was at Yankee Hill for an NGA event. So because I hadn't done this before and didn't even know the rules of golf book existed, they correctly put me, after explaining to me, on pace of play on the 18th green at Yankee Hill for the last day of a couple-day championship. And so I'm keeping the books, and sure enough, the lead group, the last group, who are the leaders in the tournament, are about 20 minutes behind their pace of play. And they've already gotten one warning out on the course, and I'm about to have to give them their second warning, which in our rules parlance means they're now liable to get a stroke penalty. So I'm pretty much nervous about this. I got on the radio with Craig, our executive director who was running the event, and said, Craig, our leaders are coming in, they're about 20 minutes behind, and I think I'm supposed to give them some kind of a warning. Are you sure you don't want to come out and handle this? And there was a long pause, and he said, Bob, read the script, which he'd already gone over with me, which tells you exactly what to say. So I did that, but I said, are you sure you want me to do this the very first time I'm out here, to give our leaders in the event the possibility of a stroke penalty that could affect how this championship turns out? And he's hesitating. And then this is why I wanted to tell this story, because it allows me to pay tribute to one of my heroes, one of our great long-serving volunteers in a big-time USGA event, women's committee member, Laura Safe, who passed away last fall. But she happened to be roving, which is like the rule-making body you call when you're in doubt. And she's sitting up on the hill on 18 at Yankee Hill, listening to all this jabber, and me saying, Craig, are you sure you don't want me to, you want me to do this? And she got on the radio and said, Bob, man up. And that was my introduction to the rules of golf. And, you know, she said, it's your job, just do it.